This was our existing desk and the plan was to paint it, but my wife found a free desk online that had more drawers. You can see all the pieces to it here. It wasn't until I got it home that I realised it was a solid cedar desk, except for the drawer carcasses. Although it was in pretty good shape, a lot of the trim and fixtures were loose because everything had been put together with nails only. No glue or screws anywhere that I could see. The first thing I did was strip off all the skirting trim around the bottom of the drawer towers and then started fixing any splits like this one here, just by wedging it open and getting in as much glue as I could. With that clamped up, I could continue on reinstalling the original skirting, which would also help keep that split pressed together. And you'll see with most of this rebuild I used plenty of glue, screws and nails. Next I attacked the drawer runners by first marking their location on the side panels and then removing them completely. Again, it was just a process of adding plenty of glue and nails to any areas that were loose or coming apart. Because this desk was going to be painted the same as a TV unit, the drawer runners were reinstalled with glue and screws from the outside. The screw holes were countersunk so I could plug them with dowels. And this is one of the drawer towers, all finished and ready for paint prep. As I mentioned before, this desk was made from cedar, and the top was this awesome huge board of clear grade cedar, which was way too good to paint. So I put that away in my timber storage area and made a new top out of MDF. Who would know the difference? I cut a sheet of 16mm MDF down to size using the table saw first, and then with a circular saw and cutting guide. I then gave the top an ogee profile around the front and side edges with the router. I cut the profile in 2 passes. To finish it off, I chamfered that top edge to make it a little smoother to the touch. Just like the TV unit, I wanted to give the desktop a look of being thicker than it actually was. So I ripped down some standard 19mm pine and glued it to the underside of the desk with a small overhang to fit in with the ogee profile. At the front of the desk was this short piece of decorative apron that fit between the 2 drawer towers, and it needed a strip of timber fixed to it so that it could then be fixed to the underside of the desktop. Here I have the drawer towers in position so I can glue and nail the apron. The desktop doesn't get fixed in place, so again with the drawer towers in position, you can see they need some support along that inside edge, and particularly that back inside corner, because the front and sides are positioned on that extra piece of pine that's attached to the underside. So for that I just glued in a piece of 19mm ply with a strip of quad on the edge, which would also help keep the top aligned with the drawers and stop it from being able to slide around. The existing holes in the drawer fronts needed to be filled because the new handles wouldn't cover them. All the dowel plugs on the sides of the drawers and the drawer front were sanded down smooth before painting. And then it was time for paint and finish. So enough of me talking, here's some painting music.